The good old medieval era. You got bitten by a tarantula and you had to dance for days, because the only way to cure the bite was to shimmy to separate the venom from the blood. You couldn't just simply take an anti-tarantula pill, or I don't know how it's cured these days, because back then there were no such medicines like what we have nowadays. And according to my trustworthy source,
Wikipedia.
The dancing plague broke out from time to time, and to this day nobody really knows why. It didn't happen differently in 1518 in Strasbourg within the Holy Roman Empire, when a real-life bug appeared, a glitch in the Matrix.
Not this crap again!
A dancing mania occurred in the city, and somewhere between 50 and 400 people continuously took dancing for fucking weeks.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
The story begins in a hot July. A woman called Frau Troffia began to dance in the street, and she kept up the constant dancing for a week, and for some unknown reason a few dozen others joined as well. They literally danced until they collapsed from exhaustion, and when they regained their strength, they started dancing again. They felt they were forced to dance by an unknown force, and a month later the dancing epidemic was so widespread that it claimed 400 victims. The participants danced for so long that it is said that some even died from stroke or heart attack. Well, not the brightest situation, one might say. So the circumstances were the following. As they didn't know what had caused the outbreak, they had absolutely no f***ing idea how to deal with it. And as I mentioned earlier, medicine was not as advanced as it is today. But I think you can guess what was advanced, because you know it was in the medieval times, so it's...
Faith. And really nothing else.
So the only chance of curing the sickness was to pray for absolution, which surprisingly worked. Thus by early September, the epidemic had started to fade. But this was not the only dancing epidemic, as multiple others occurred between the 14th and 17th centuries, and for some reason, only in Europe. These events were poorly understood and remedies were based on guesswork, but what ideas have they come up with to stop the dancing epidemic?
Hey, have you seen those people in the street? It's like a dancing epidemic or something.
Yeah, it's like a flash mob, but they look a bit desperate.
Desperate for dance, my friend. What if we turn this into a musical rescue mission and cure their dance fever?
Say no more, fam.
1, 2, 3,
I think we did a pretty good job so far.
So it happened that some musicians wanted to treat the sickness with music.
Why are we still here? Just to dance?
The 1374 outbreak occurred only decades after the Black Death and was treated in a similar fashion. Dancers were isolated and some were exorcised. People believed that dancing was the curse of Saint Vitus, so they could just answer with one way.
In nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti.
A modern theory claims that the uncontrollable dancing may have been triggered by people eating food infected with a fungus called ergot. This fungus often grows on the grains used to make bread, such as rye, but one of the chemicals which is produced by this fungus is also used to make
LSD.
I mean...
LSD 25.
Though, what's the difference between LSD and LSD 25? I don't know. But what I know is that LSD can cause hallucinations and unusual behavior. But here is a small problem. Who knows when LSD was invented? ChatGPT?
LSD, lysergic acid diethylamide, was first synthesized by the Swiss chemist Albert Hofmann. He first synthesized LSD on November 16, 1938.
Yep. Which also means that LSD was just invented a few centuries later, so that's why they didn't know the side effects in medieval times, I guess. But not only people from medieval times didn't believe that the origin of the plague was LSD, as John Weller stated the following.
This theory does not seem tenable, since it is unlikely that those poisoned by ergot could have danced for days at a time, nor would so many people have reacted to its psychotropic chemicals in the same way.
Another one.
You're joking. Not another one?
and another modern theory called
stress-induced masteria. Fuck, it's a hard word. Sorry, stress-induced mass hysteria.
states that the epidemic might have been a mass psychogenic illness where many people start doing weird things all at once. According to this theory, the community experiences heightened stress such as struggles with obtaining food or facing life-threatening situations like stepping on a nail.
Contemporaneous explanations included demonic possession and overheated blood.